Hi everyone, how are you doing? Today on Diction and Skill Matters, we shall be looking at the differences between digraph oo as in ew and digraph o as in ew. Before now, most persons think that every word that has a will have the ooh sound or have the digraph ooh. But if you've not watched my video on digraph ooh as in ill, please I've made a video on it, and also digraph o as in ill, I've also made a video on it. Today is to teach on how you can make children understand the difference between the digraph oo as in ew and digraph o as in ew. And the children we're talking about here are children who are in primary in nursery 3 or nursery 2 for those of for schools that their children ends at nursery 2. So now as a class teacher or as a phonics teacher or as a diction teacher, whichever one you are and you are the one taking the digraph, what do you do? At the stage, they might not really understand, okay, after this later or after that later, it might be burdensome for them. But then, how do you make it simple for them? The easiest and the only way you can make it very easy for them is by introducing, after teaching the first one, like I did the second one, you now introduce the two digraphs to them. Two of these digraphs have ew. I decided to call the digraph O, as in the short ew, to differentiate that. You can also use that to differentiate your own. Now you tell them we have words that have o. Some of them have oo, and some of them have o. And now, how do you differentiate them? You differentiate them by knowing all of the words, gaining mastery of the words that have the O sound, because that's where we have issues. Most children don't have issues, even adults don't have issues of pronouncing words that have the oo sound. But it's when they want to pronounce the words that have O that the issue comes in. So in that case, you tell them that they have to gain mastery of most words that have the O sound. And when you are teaching the O sound, if you've been given five words or less than that for words that have the oo digraph or other digraphs, please, when it comes to the O sound, give them from 10 and above. Then when you have given them 10 and above, like what I did in my last video, tell them to gain mastery of them. Then, as you want to introduce the differences, you are going to scatter words that have the oo sound and words that have the o sound. Put it all of them together in a box in their exercise books or for them to copy. So when you put it there, you now write long ew and short ew. That's the simplest way you can differentiate it. Remember, you have to let them master words that have the O sound. Even in the secondary, they find it difficult to give you words that have the O sound because it is not common. So, but most children we have been in their schools, say 4 years, 5 years, they can easily tell you words that have the O sound, not because they knew it, but because they have come across it, we have thought it over the years, and they are not used to it. Because they are not used to it, they don't find it difficult to give you words that have the O sound. I mean, children in the secondary and in the upper primary. Then how do you think that these little ones are going to get it? It is by continuous what? Practice of words that have the O sound. Each time you come across words that have the O sound, you make them understand that this word that have have the O sound. And if you come across words that have that have the O sound, like blood, flood, you also make them to know that these words have but they have this sound and all of that. As little as they are, as you're telling them these things, you see that they are understanding it and following you. So when you make them to sort out those words that have the long and short on their own, because they have gained mastery of words that have the o sound, they will quickly identify those ones that have the o sound because you have made much emphasis on them. They will be able to identify it. And as soon as they are able to sort out those words that have the O sound from other words that have ill, they have gotten the words, they have gained mastery of words that have the O sound. And you know the interesting thing, they will never forget it. Even when they have grown, let's say they went to a school that have nothing to do with diction, but hence they have learned that word or those words that have O. 10 of them, let's say when they come to primary, we give them another 10 or familiar ones, they continue to learn. Before those children get to upper primary and secondary, they are already used to almost all the words that have the O sound. And that is the aim of what I do. My aim is that if some children cannot really pick the rising and the falling intonation, they should pick how to pronounce their words correctly. That will also aid them. You know, when a child had gone through the diction classes and all of that for years, the child should be able to pronounce words that have the O sound correctly and also words that have the OO sound correctly. That's all I have for you today. So for more of this, do well to follow me now on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Diction and School Matters. Thank you.